What creative solutions to fighting malnutrition have you found effective in the work that you do?
Malnutrition is something that is so debilitating because, in so many instances, a kid that is not properly nourished, he doesn't even have a chance of excelling in school. He doesn't have a chance of learning because he doesn't have an attention span and he doesn't have the strength needed to do anything with his life. So it's the building block. It's the first step that needs to be addressed to improve these kids' lives. Growing up in a situation where I never had to worry about food on the table, to me it's heart-wrenching to see these kids that have no access to healthy food. And in some cases it's so extreme that it really just breaks your heart. I was just down in Guatemala, and we found children that are 5, 6 years old that are this tall and that weigh 30 pounds. It's unbelievable. You've got kids that have blonde hair, and you're like, oh, that's beautiful blonde hair, and then you learn that the reason they have blonde hair is because there's not enough nutrients in their body to pigment their own hair. Okay, so I've always looked to ways towards addressing this need. In the case of when I was down in Brazil years ago, I was working with a local community project, and these kids are coming in. They're spending half the day in the project, and one of the questions I asked to the director is, "Oh, so are you able to feed the kids?" "Oh, yeah, we give them a snack." "Oh, what's a snack?" "Oh, well, it's like Kool-Aid and a candy bar." "Well, why are you serving them that?" "Well, because it gets donated, and that's all we can really afford." I said, "All right, how much would it cost for us to do a hot lunch program? Let's sit down and let's go over the numbers. What do we need? We're going to need a cook to come in for 3 hours a day. Okay, we've already got a stove, we've got a refrigerator. Okay, we're going to need some pots and some plates and some pans, and we're going to need some money to put aside for food on a sustainable basis. Okay, let's put it together. All right, here's what it's going to come to. $3,000. Okay, let's make it work. In other cases, I've worked with more pre-established institutions, like in Guatemala, that are already working. There's a lot of hospitals that work to rehabilitate children that are brought in from the surrounding areas that have severe malnutrition. And in these cases, they feed these kids 2 hours. Many of them are babies. They feed them every 2 hours with formula. And so one thing I was able to do in some of these cases is, okay, help resupply the powdered milk that they have, help buy an industrial blender so they can be making this formula for the kids that's going to last for a long time, helping buy additional diapers that they may need or whatever supplies. So